In this video, we're going to talk about how to respond to security events in AWS using a few key security services. The goal is to help you clearly understand what each service does, when you should use them, and how they fit together when something suspicious happens in your AWS environment. We'll group 4 services that people constantly confuse, which are AWS Trusted Advisor, Amazon GuardDuty, Amazon Detective, and Amazon Inspector. The problem is they sound very similar and they all relate to security in some way, and their names doesn't help much. Let's start with AWS Trusted Advisor. You can think of Trusted Advisor as your general cloud coach that gives you best practice advice across your AWS account. We already covered it in our previous video, but to give you more example of how it can help, it can warn you if your root account doesn't have MFA enabled, for example, or it can show you if some resources are publicly accessible, like an S3 bucket or an EC2 instance, or alert when you're getting close to one of your service limits and quotas. It can also check areas like cost optimization, performance, and fault tolerance and operations, but the main idea to remember is Trusted Advisor focuses on advice and optimization, not real threat detection. Next, let's move on to Amazon GuardDuty. GuardDuty is all about actively watching what's happening in your AWS environment and raising a flag when it sees something suspicious. For example, it analyzes logs such as CloudTrail events, VPC flow logs, and DNS logs. It uses built-in threat intelligence and analytics to spot unusual or risky behavior. And it can create finding when it detects things like unusual API calls, odd logging locations, or communication with known malicious IPs. GuardDuty is great for catching things like compromised credentials or unusual network traffic. But once it tells you something strange is going on, you still need to dig deeper to understand the full story. The next natural question is, what happens after it finds something? That's where Amazon Detective comes in. Amazon Detective is built for that deeper analysis. It collects data from multiple sources like CloudTrail, VPC flow logs, and GuardDuty findings, and it automatically organizes and links related information together. It helps you visually trace what happened, which resources were involved, and how the activity was connected over time. You can think of it as your investigation workspace to understand the root cause and full scope of an event. Now, let's talk about the last one in this group, which is Amazon Inspector. Inspector is a bit different from GuardDuty and Detective. Instead of looking at behavior and logs, Inspector looks inside your workloads for weaknesses. It continuously scans your compute resources, such as EC2 instances and container images, looks for known software vulnerabilities and network exposures, and prioritizes findings based on severity so you can focus on fixing the most important issues first. This is more about preventing issues before an attacker takes advantage of them. Now, let's summarize and pull everything together into one simple picture. AWS Trusted Advisor is your account-wide best practice advisor. You can think of using it when you want to keep your environment healthy, efficient, and aligned with AWS recommendations. For Amazon GuardDuty, you can think of it as a threat detection service and start using it when you care about detecting possible attacks or compromised resources in near real time. Amazon Detective is your investigation service. You can think about using it after a security event is detected and you need to understand what happened and what was the impact. Amazon Inspector is your vulnerability scanning for workloads, and you can start thinking about using it when you want to proactively harden your environments before someone exploits a vulnerability. And that's a wrap for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to your YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.